Hi Ruth, Elise here. Thank you very much for sending me through all of that information. That was super, super helpful. Let's see if I can help you out with George. I see that George is 3.5 and 15 kilos, and he's got a seated height of 53 centimeters. So where to start? I understand that you're looking to use the car seat both in a taxi and in your Honda Vezel. So having something that's portable would help. Once he's fully outgrown the Cosco Scenera NEXT, and I hypothesize he might actually have a little bit of time left, and we'll talk about that a little bit more in a minute. Once he's fully outgrown the Cosco Scenera, he won't fit in the Urban Kanga car seat anymore either. I can see he's got a seated shoulder height of 31 centimeters, and the maximum limit on the Urban Kanga is 36 centimeters. So he's actually got a little bit of growing room in the Kanga, but it maxes out at 18 kilos. So you might get 6 or 12 months out of the Kanga, and I don't think that's a huge sort of value proposition for you there. And it's a forward-facing car seat, and I see you'd rather a rear-facing one as well. So after he's outgrown the Cosco and the Kanga, which happen approximately at the same time, there are no more taxi-friendly harnessed car seats that would fit him beyond 18 kilos. And so the safest option then becomes the Ride Safer vest, which is a belt positioning device, but it offers a lot more protection than a usual a backless booster seat does. It's got a lot of what they call energy management, so it absorbs a lot of the crash forces away from George's body, and it performs very well in both standard and non-standard crash tests. I will drop you a link for that to have a look at the Ride Safer vest. And so sort of on the whole, my suggestion here would be that you could probably get a decent chunk more time out of George using the Cosco Scenera NEXT. Would you mind sending me a picture of him when he's in his car seat, please? And I could be wrong, so I won't give a sort of definitive answer on that. What I'll also do is I'll drop you a video on some tips and tricks to buckle up bigger kids in the Cosco, because it can feel like they're outgrowing the harness straps before they reach the height and weight limits of the car seat. So I'll drop that link down there for you as well. And George's little brother at 10 kilos and 14 months also probably has a bit of time left in his capsule. If you wouldn't mind sending me a picture of the capsule with his little brother in it, that would be awesome. Thanks. But of course, you know, at most I would suspect that you're only going to get another 6 months out of your current car seats for both kids. So we still do need to look at what you can do next. If safety is right up there with your #1 priority, then rear-facing car seats are over 5 times safer than forward-facing car seats. And there aren't a lot of rear-facing car seats on the market that can take kids past 18 kilos. We have got, it's mostly just the Swedish seats that can do this. We've got 2 of them at our place that you can come and have a look at. The Britax 2A Elite is my favourite, but it has sporadic manufacturing runs now, and I think we've only got 1. Amy, how many Britaxes do we have in stock? 1 or 2? We've only got 1 in stock at the moment. We've had an order in for at the factory for a long time, but they don't regularly produce those guys anymore. Of course, there is a full range of Britax Swedish seats that we can special order for you as well. The 2A Elite, that one's my favourite, but it is very much a no-frills car seat. I like to call it a technician's car seat, as if, you know, like the kind of tack that a plumber would install in his own bathroom. Like it does a very good job. It just doesn't have any of the luxury features built into it. So we've got the Britax 2A Elite. You can come and have a look at that. We've just got 1 left. We've got a demo that we can try out for you first. And we have a different brand called Axe Kid, obviously not designed for the English-speaking market, but we've got 2 car seats there. We've got the Mini Kid, which is like their luxury version, and it's very cool. And we've also got the Move, and we've got those that you can come and try out before to see if they fit your car and fit your child, and whether you like them. So we've got 3 of the Swedish car seats here, and of course there are a bunch of other Swedish car seats that would keep him rear facing, that you can have a look at online, and we can special order them for you if you'd like us to. If you don't want to go down the Swedish car seat route, then you're looking at a forward-facing car seat. Funnily enough, one of my favourite forward-facing car seats at the moment is another Britax car seat that has also been discontinued. And I was speaking with Britax Singapore yesterday, and they've just got one left as well. Oh gosh, this makes it sound like I'm really trying to hard sell you by telling you that there's only one left of everything, but I promise it's not. So I will send you the link to that as well. That's the AdvanceFix 2, which will keep him harnessed forward facing until 25 kilos, and then it can turn into a booster seat. For some strange reason, the AdvanceFix 4, which is the current AdvanceFix model, only goes to 18 kilos. So it's really just the AdvanceFix 2 that would work there. Or your third option is a US car seat called the Even Flow Maestro Sport, which I will drop you a link to as well. And they are incredibly affordable on Amazon because they're a good value car seat in the US to start with. And then amazingly, Amazon offers free shipping in Singapore from the US. So that's super duper cheap in comparison to probably all of the other options that I am suggesting. Now, you mentioned that you need to use it in a taxi. Again, I would recommend that you go with the Ride Safer vest there, and then something a bit more permanent for your car. You'd like it to work in the UK. I guess that's a question for you then is, do you need it to work in the UK because you're potentially moving back there, or do you need it to work in the UK so that you can travel on holiday there? If you could clarify that for me, that would be awesome. Traveling overseas to Australia, there are no portable car seats that are Australian approved. So nothing that you take in a taxi in Singapore is legally recognised as an Australian certified car seat in Australia. If you go back there very regularly, I can recommend a car seat there. A good value one is the InfoSecure Rally 2. InfoSecure is a really good Australian family-owned car seat manufacturer. And if you're not Australian, you wouldn't have heard of the brand because they only operate in Australia. And there's like an Australian version of Walmart, which is called Big W, and the InfoSecure does an exclusive line for Big W. So the seats are great quality in terms of safety. They might just have, you know, a different kind of fabric that they use and that kind of thing. And it makes them very good value. So the Rally 2 is a really good seat, a good value forward-facing Australian car seat that you can get if you're going to stay in Australia regularly. George would not fit rear-facing in an Australian car seat at all at this stage, I'm afraid. If you wanted like a high-end Australian car seat, you can look at the Britax Safe and Sound Maxi Rider. That's a really nice Australian forward-facing seat. Yes, but otherwise you might be in a position where you need to rent a seat when you go to Australia if you're looking for a legal option. I like Hire for Baby. They're a franchise of mumpreneur kind of people who rent out a lot of baby gear, and in my experience, almost all of the franchise owners are certified car seat technicians like we are. So they'll not only will they rent you a seat that they've kept in good nick, but they will install it properly for you, which is pretty cool. So I'm going to recap those options for you because I'm sure this was a little bit of an information overload. My recommendation would be to see if we can keep them in their current car seats for a little bit longer, just, you know, especially in taxis, taking George in taxis. But once they both outgrow those car seats and you need to move on to the next phase, then for taxis, I'd look at putting George in a ride safer vest. And then your car seat options are a Swedish rear-facing car seat, which will keep him rear-facing to 25 kilos. We've got two of the brands here. We've got Britax and Axkid, but we can also special order some of the other Swedish car seats. Or you might choose to turn him forward-facing. And if you did so, then there's one Britax ISOFIX seat that I really like called the Britax AdvanceFix 2. Otherwise, there's a US seat called the Even Flow Maestro Sport, which is not legal to use in the UK. In terms of using the ride safer vest in Europe and the UK, it is currently only US approved. They're presently working on their European certifications as we speak. But it is not, I mean, a previous model of the ride safer vest was certified for use in Europe. A little thing to note is that most countries around the world exempt taxis from car seat requirements, and what that means is it may actually be legal in a lot of parts of Europe to use the ride safer vest in a taxi. If you've got any more questions after you've had a look at the car seats, please let me know. Tell me what you like, what you don't like about some of them. Just go with your gut feel, and that will help me help you refine your options even further. All right, I will chat to you soon, Ruth. Have a good afternoon. Bye.